metal detecting here, folks. Just a nice ride up to Melrose, and we make a few stops along the way, checking out the Forgotten South. Our first stop is at Campville, and that is so small that if you blink, you drive right through it. We're going to check out a couple of Florida cracker houses.
All right, guys, we're in Campville, Florida. We're on our vacation for the weekend, and we decided to make a stop through a ghost town. Look at this old house. Now, I wish I could metal detect around that. That's an old cracker house there.
Campville even had its own brick company, which is no longer standing. There's another one, guys, another old cracker house. Look at it, looks good. Boy, this is crazy. The church off of this dirt road down, literally, guys, in the middle of nowhere. And I'm pretty sure this church is not in use today, but it's still there, and we're going to check it out. Just part of the old history of Campville. All right, I'm at the Damascus Baptist Church in Campville. I don't think it's still functioning. It could be as a church. Let's check it out. Oh, it looks so cool, guys. Look at this. Man, even the sign looks old. I mean, this is out in the middle of nowhere. Let's check out the sign here. Damascus Baptist Church. Remodeled by faithful members. It's got their names. August 23, 1998. Okay. Can you imagine going back to 1909, 1920? All the Model Ts parked here, and the kids playing, and picnics and so forth. Look at the beautiful stained glass still now. It's hard to tell if that's original. Here, look at this. Like an old Sunday school caretaker house. And the door's open. It's got the chairs still sitting there. What do you say we check it out? Just to take a look. Watch me fall through. Hope not. Look at this, guys. Stepping back in time. Holy smokes. Just a little. Look at the chairs. They had Sunday school or something in there. Picture of Christ right there. How cool is that? Look where an old door was blocked up here. Still has the steps. Amazing. Well, I'm glad it's still standing for people to come out and take a look at. If that's what it's here for, I don't know. Guys, another church along the way, the Orange Creek Campville Methodist Church. Now this definitely is still a functioning church. Just beautiful. Let's check it out. Beautiful stained glass. Beautiful. Pastor Paul Smith. Definitely got some age to it again. Look at the old foundation. Just arrived in Melrose for a weekend vacation.
How cool is that, guys? Sitting out for yard art. Oh, I got no idea on the year. Love it. Another old truck, guys. Look at this bad boy. Looks so cool just sitting here. In the bed, we've got the ferns growing up through it. Well, guys, we're at the Melrose Cemetery, and we're going to take a walk around and look and see if we can find the old section. That will be done. Clarabelle. She was 8 years old, guys. Born in, looks like 1886, died in 1904.
James Preston, son of Mr. and Mrs. Henry McLean.
Yeah.
July 3rd, July 4th. Only a day old.
Oh, look at this one. Strange looking. Father and mother. September 7th, 1859. Died Christmas 1919. Here's one, obviously they couldn't afford a tombstone. It says known only to God that the family or somebody put these old bricks around it. They've been here forever. This is a crazy one. Sarah Goodson died 1871 at the age of 95. They don't even have her date of birth. Just think of that. That's old. Baldwin Leonard, Civil War vet, Confederate Army. Another Civil War vet, Confederate Army. Alexander Goodson, 1825 to 1905. Kind of different.
Here's a few videos from the beautiful Lake Santa Fe. Some of these docks were, up to 80, 90 years old, several hundred feet out into the water, just surrounded by these bald cypress trees. Each one really has its own unique shape, just beautiful. And then over on the swamp side, just so much scenery and wildlife, just beautiful. Check out this dock, guys. This is the same one that I went magnet fishing off of in February, beginning of the year. Found a couple of interesting items there. There's a link at the top of the video. Best part of heading home was taking the back roads, getting off the highway, and checking out the scenery and these shaded oak trees, just the canopy completely covering the road. We didn't see anybody for probably 10 or 15 miles.
All right, it's Sunday. We're heading home. I'm almost into Minicaopy. Minicaopy. That's hard to say. Minicaopy. And we just come up on this old cemetery. Just had to stop, check it out real quick. Let me show you. Again, really old tombstones. Here we got, looks like 1835. Look at this one, Porter. William Abram, 1855 to 1925. This is, I'm telling you folks, this is out in the middle of nowhere. Born in 1840, died in 1898 at the age of 58. Yeah, this thing looks cool. Wife of Jacob Weinoff, born, can't read it. Date, born 1812, died in Minicaopy, 1887. Who was born in Chatham County, Georgia, February 4th, 1812, died August 12th, 1893. Asleep in Jesus, resting in hope of a glorious resurrection. Good. Look at this. So obviously this, I mean, this wall was built in 93, during that time frame. Maybe before. That one says 1849.
Minicaopy, say that 3 times. We traveled through there on the way back, guys, and also that was the location of the 1991 film Doc Holliday with Michael J. Fox.
Alright guys, heading home. Thought we'd drive through Minicaopy, and we just got here, and look at this old building. There's Denise and Lexi, our little doggy, and we're going to walk. Here's some of the buildings you can see. There's a lot of antiques here, of course, in Minicaopy. Even on the side of the old buildings, just looks so cool with the vines growing up. Look at that antique plus with the vines coming off. That's Sunday, everything is closed. We got here, it's not even 10 o'clock. You know, we're heading home, but at least we don't have to deal with the traffic. Can you hear that? That is the sound of nature. You don't hear all the traffic. You don't see any traffic. This is the Hurlong Mansion Bed and Breakfast, built in 1845. Antiques. Here's an art gallery, obviously from the early 1800s, protected up under this canopy. This is just old, guys, but it gives you an idea the size of the first settlers and the cabins. Beautiful. Gallery under the oaks. Theo Mars is checking it out. Kind of hard to read, guys. It says stagecoach stop, built in 1853. And there's a structure here behind it, kind of overgrown a little bit, but it's an antique store. A little bit of the history. Little staghorn fern just growing from the trees. I'm in Minicaopy, getting ready to leave, but we drove by another cemetery and I had to get out and look. But look at the vines growing up over these. Let's look at some of the dates here. I mean, it's hard to read. It looks like 18 something or other on there. Just an old graveyard. Vine creeping up that one there as well. Kind of an unusual shape. Died in 1927.
Hope you enjoyed it and just give you a little look at some of the old Florida towns. Next week, a little metal detecting in Melrose. Be sure to check it out.
First is 100.